In the fog-laden world of Lord of the Mysteries, power is a double-edged blade, a seductive promise that can elevate mortals to godhood or plunge them into madness. This is a realm where the supernatural is governed by an intricate system of pathways, sequences, and ancient mysticism, a system as beautiful as it is deadly. Join us as we unravel the secrets of the Beyonder powers, from the cryptic rituals of Old Neil to the playful cunning of the Chibi tales, and discover the forces that shape this enigmatic universe. At the core of this system are 22 pathways, each a distinct avenue to supernatural power, tethered to a cosmic Sephira, a divine essence that pulses with the universe's deepest mysteries. These pathways define a Beyonder's abilities and destiny. The Seer pathway weaves illusions and manipulates fate. Assassins dance through shadows with lethal grace. Spectators peer into minds, bending emotions to their will. Sailors harness the fury of storms, while scholars of your summon relics and figures from bygone ages. Hunters stalk with unmatched combat prowess, and Sun pathway Beyonders radiate purification and light. Each pathway is unique, its powers shaped by its Sephira's primal influence. Each pathway is divided into 10 sequences, a perilous ladder from Sequence 9E's modest spark to Sequence OE's divine authority. The lower sequences 9 to 7 offer foundational abilities, while mid-sequences 6 to 3 unlock potent skills. High sequences 2 to 1 grant near-mythical powers, and Sequence 0 is godhood itself. Take the Seer pathway at Sequence 9A. Seer performs basic divinations with tools like tarot or pendulums, sensing faint whispers of the future. By Sequence 7, they conjure illusions to mislead foes. At Sequence 5, they summon spirit world entities for insight, and by Sequence 1, they can alter fate's course, nudging events with chilling precision. Similarly, an assassin at Sequence 9 gains enhanced stealth and agility, slipping past guards unnoticed. By Sequence 5, they merge with shadows, striking with supernatural speed, and at Sequence 2, they can vanish into darkness entirely, becoming untouchable predators. To unlock these powers, Beyonders consume potions, alchemical concoctions brewed from rare, often perilous ingredients. These potions carry Beyonder characteristics, mystical essences that embody a sequence's power. A spectator's Sequence 9 potion, brewed with ingredients like the tears of a dream wraith, grants the ability to sense emotions. By Sequence 4, their potions, perhaps infused with a mind spider's core, allow them to dominate thoughts. A sailor's Sequence 7 potion, made with storm raven feathers, summons gusts of wind, while Sequence 3 potions, laced with leviathan scales, unleashed idle waves. The Webnovel shows Klein Moretti, a seer, carefully sourcing ingredients like the horn of a lava serpent for his potions, a process fraught with danger. Old Neil, his mentor, emphasized precision in potion crafting, warning that a single misstep could corrupt the Beyonder characteristic, turning the drinker into a mindless beast. Old Neil's mysticism is the backbone of this system, a blend of ritual and spiritual discipline that anchors Beyonders to their powers. Rituals range from simple to elaborate, each invoking the spiritual realm to amplify or stabilize abilities. A seer might light a silver candle, inscribe sigils in Hermizan, ancient mystical language, and chant to commune with spirits for clearer divinations. Old Neil's lessons, as seen in the Webnovel, involve offerings like purified water or luminescence to align with the Seer pathway's Sephira. In one instance, he guides Klein through a ritual to summon a spirit messenger using a circle of salt and precise incantations. These practices aren't mere tradition, they're a shield against the chaos of Beyonder powers. The Chibi version adds a light-hearted spin, showing Klein fumbling with incense to predict trivial events, like whether Dunn will spill his coffee. Yet even these playful depictions underscore the ritual's importance. Without them, a Beyonder risks spiritual overload, hearing whispers from the Sefirot that drive them to insanity. The acting method is the key to mastering these powers. To avoid the madness inherent in Beyonder characteristics, a Beyonder must embody their sequence's role, aligning their psyche with their power. A Seer acts as a cryptic prophet, offering vague yet insightful predictions to maintain their mystique. An assassin lives in secrecy, striking only from the shadows. A spectator might pose as a charismatic leader, subtly guiding emotions. The web novel illustrates this through Klein, who, as a Sequence 8 clown, exaggerates his agility and theatrics to digest his potion's power. In the Chibi tales, low Sequence Beyonders shine through clever acting. Think a Sequence 9 seer tricking foes with a fake prophecy about a doomed venture, or a Sequence 9 hunter using their tracking instincts to find a lost kitten, winning allies with their charm. Acting isn't just performance. It's a mental and spiritual anchor, reducing the risk of mutation or mental collapse. The powers themselves are as varied as the pathways. Seers excel in divination, illusion, and fate manipulation. Klein's Sequence 8 ability lets him predict enemy attacks with uncanny accuracy, dodging blows like a performer in a deadly circus. Assassins wield shadow-based stealth and precision strikes, with Sequence 6 assassins igniting their weapons with dark flames. Spectators rid and control emotions. A Sequence 7 spectator can calm a riot with a glance, while Sequence 3 can implant suggestions in dozens of minds. Sailors summon elemental forces. Sequence 6 sailors call lightning, while Sequence 2 commands hurricanes. Scholars of yore in the Hermit pathway summon historical figures or artifacts. A Sequence 4 scholar might conjure a knight from centuries past, as seen in the web novel's glimpses of ancient battles. Hunters gain physical prowess. Sequence 9 hunters track prey with heightened senses, while Sequence 4 unleashes explosive barrages of flame or force. The sun pathway purifies corruption, with Sequence 7 priests banishing undead and Sequence 1 radiating light that cleanses entire cities. The Chibi version highlights the ingenuity of low Sequence Beyonders. A Sequence 9 spectator might diffuse a tavern brawl by sensing rising tensions, while a Sequence 8 seer like Klein uses a coin toss to bluff enemies into retreating. These light-hearted stories show that even basic powers, when wielded with wit, can turn the tide in everyday scenarios, making the system accessible yet profound. But power is never without cost, advancing too quickly, mixing pathways, or neglecting rituals invites catastrophe. The web novel recounts Beyonders who ignored the acting method, their bodies twisting into grotesque forms, tentacles sprouting, eyes multiplying, or their minds fracturing under the Sefirot's whispers. Old Neil's grim warnings paint a vivid picture. A Beyonder who skips rituals might hear voices from the cosmos, urging them to surrender their will. Mixing pathways, like combining sea-rand assassin characteristics, risks a chaotic clash of essences, as seen in rare cases where Beyonders become mindless abominations. The Chibi tales, while playful, nod to these dangers. A clumsy Sequence 9 sea rover using divination might faint from spiritual strain, a humorous yet pointed lesson. At higher sequences, the stakes soar. Sequence 2 and 1 Beyonders wield near mythical powers, reshaping landscapes, bending time, or summoning armies from history. Sequence 0 is godhood, where a seer might rewrite fate for nations, or a sailor could drown continents in storms. But these powers draw the gaze of the Sefirot, cosmic entities tied to each pathway. The web novel hints at the great old ones, ancient beings lurking beyond reality, ready to claim Sequence 0 Beyonders as vessels. Old Neil's rituals, with their precise sigils and offerings, are a fragile barrier against these forces, but even they falter at the peak. The system's beauty lies in its balance of power and peril. Old Neil's mysticism teaches discipline through rituals, grounding Beyonders in a world of chaos. The Chibi stories show that even low sequence powers, wielded with cunning, can rival the might of higher ranks. And the web novel reveals the system's depth through Klein's journey from a Sequence 9 seer dodging danger with a coin flip to a high sequence master weaving fate itself. In Lord of the Mysteries, power is a path of ambition, sacrifice, and survival. Every potion, ritual, and act brings you closer to godhood or the abyss. Will you master your pathway, guided by mysticism's light, or fall to the shadows that lurk within? This is the world of Beyonders, where potions spark miracles, rituals bind the soul, and every choice shapes your destiny in a universe teeming with secrets.